Hi Cutie Pies, it's Lanikia. I am coming to you with a work from home video. Just about my experience right now, what I've been going on and what I've been going through and everything. So if you are a return subscriber watching this video, thank you so much. I will never tell you how much I appreciate you that you take the time out to watch my videos. If you are a new subscriber, what I like to do is give you work from home jobs, and we'll go over them and we'll discuss them. Typically, that's what I'm going to do. That's not what this video is about. But we'll go over them, discuss them, and hopefully you get hired for one of those jobs. And then if you don't really subscribe to the channel, but you do pay attention to my videos, I want to thank you, and I appreciate you as well. So, this is in the times that we're living in now and everything. Y'all forgive my eyebrows. Listen, I want to go to the nail spa so bad and get my eyebrows done, but no, I'm not going anywhere, because if you're like me, you were already working from home anyways, and so that's how you made your money, typically anyways. So being in isolation or with all the stay at home, it didn't really bother us too much for those of us that were already working at home, because we were already doing that anyways. The only problem with that is we still like to go to a few places. I like to go a few places, especially on like a Saturday. I like to get up super early, and I would like to go to the grocery store. I would go and get my eyebrows done. I like to go places, when it was super early before, any type of, traffic started to come out and everything. And then, on Sunday evening, I wanted to watch a little Lifetime and all that. So, but now it's just like, how much TV can you watch? Like, I haven't even done reviews, because the shows I was doing reviews over, I pretty much stopped. It was so much TV, I just stopped watching TV. And I've been busy doing other things because, as you all know, I work for Millennial Services. Although I'm active with them, I no longer have a position with them as the team lead, because with the everything going on with this virus, they weren't in the campaigns that I was actually working on. They weren't able to sustain them, so they had to put them on hiatus, had to put them on pause, and hopefully they'll be back, or something will come up, so that I can be actively working with them. So if anyone asks me, I still say that is the best company. They tried to find something for me to do. But I mean, it's just hard right now, because even if it's work from home, someone has to be out in the field actually doing the work. So maybe we're working from home, but someone's in the field doing the work. And if they can't get them in the field to do the work, then that makes our jobs obsolete. Did I say that right? Okay. So then, anyways, the only thing, so I was blessed. They told me this on like a Wednesday, and I found out on that Friday. Well, they told me on a Wednesday, and on that Friday was going to be my last day. So I found out on that Wednesday that Friday was going to be my last day. Now, this is like 2 weeks ago. And so I immediately, Millennial Services pays every week. That is one of the reasons I applied for them years ago, like 2 years ago. I've been working. I think it's almost 2 years. That's one of the reasons I applied for them, is because I was like, if I'm going to work from home, I want something that's going to pay me every week. And they do pay me every week. My check has never been wrong with them. I think one time it was wrong, and that was my fault because I didn't catch it. But my check has never been wrong with them. They're consistent with the pay. Everything runs smooth. Like, I love this company. So then once all of that happened, where it's frightening almost when you go from knowing you're going to have this money coming in every single week, depending on that money. Y'all know how my situation is. I always say have more than one stream of income, and that is so true. Like, I always said that, but I didn't realize how necessary that was until all of this happened. So, but even if you have savings and you have other income, or you have another source that could help you out, it's not the same as knowing that source that you enjoyed coming in every week is now no longer going to be available to you. So, anyways, y'all know how my stories go. Okay. So anyway, so then when they did that, I understood because you could see it coming. The calls weren't. You just could see it coming. Like if anyone's is working from home right now, when when the calls are starting to slow down, and you're like, okay, we're running out of leads, and they're not replenishing them, so something is about to happen. So, anyways, so that just is what it is. That they ran out of leads, and there's nothing you could do. And they tried. It wasn't anything because of us. It's just with this virus going on, we didn't have jobs. Like that's just is what it is. And so, anyways, so then so when they told me that on Wednesday, I immediately that Wednesday started trying to call in for unemployment because I'm in y'all know I'm in Texas, and I had heard a few people say they had a hard time, because this was that week of this was in April, and at the end of April, now they're saying that over 20 million people lost their jobs in April. I just happen to be one of them, and but with that being said, if that many people are losing their jobs, then the lines are so packed. So I was like, okay, please let me be able to do this online. So I tried to do it online, and I couldn't. They didn't tell me to call, and I was like, oh my gosh, because I heard horror stories of people. Because I never watched the news like that, but now I do. But I've seen on the news the horror stories of people who could not get through online, just being online, and then like I heard just trying to get through on the phone was darn near impossible. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to call. Like y'all tell me I'm gonna. So I called Wednesday. Like I called Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and by the time I got done like trying to call Saturday, I was just like this. Like they can't be really open because this can't be real. Like because it would automatically send you to the we're open on Saturday 7 to 7, Saturday and Sunday 7 to 7. Like the machine, the voicemail will come on, and I'd be like, well, this has to be some kind of automation that they're just shooting out because it can't be like this busy all the time. Like literally, I was calling from 7 a.m. as soon as I would wake up all day long trying to call, trying to get in, to file my unemployment. I was trying to go back online to see if something could change and I could, try to do it there. I just, it could, because when you think about going from having money every single week in your account, like you just know that the money is going to be there, to not having that, and okay, maybe I'm gonna have to, like, I can manage with bills this way, but if it lasts too long, I might have to go into my savings and all of that kind of stuff. It is frightening. But so then finally on Sunday night, I was just like, listen, God, please don't forget me. And so I prayed, and then that Monday morning, I just woke up, and I just happened to wake up at 7 o'clock, and I called, and I was able to get through. So that Monday morning, I was able to get through, and I told them everything was happening. And the reason I say this is because most 1099 workers that I was talking to feel like they can't draw unemployment. And no, you won't get the okay, because you're a 1099 worker. Typically, you won't get on it. Like we work based off, like if you got we're independent contractors. So if you have a job for us, we're working that job. And if you don't have a job for us, then we need to find something else. Like we don't have PT, we don't get PTO, we don't get benefits, we don't get all this other stuff that we would get if we were working these W-2 jobs. No 401k, none of that. So savings, retirement, all of that. If you're a 1099 worker, independent contractor, self-employed, you have to do that yourself. So, but because of the disaster, thankfully, it became this national disaster, and they declared that we were able to go ahead and get our unemployment like everyone else. Now, my unemployment is not the typical unemployment insurance benefits that the W-2 worker would get because I am a 1099 independent contractor. So what I did was I called in, and if you do it, you have to let them know that you're out of the job because of the virus and everything, and they'll ask you all these questions, and it doesn't take that. Well, it didn't take me that long at all, because they ask you all these questions. But the real reason for this video is because so many people are independent contractors, self-employed, and you're not applying for this. Apply for unemployment benefits because you need them. yes, we can still apply for other jobs. There are essential worker jobs. Like, so many people complain about, I want to go back to work. There are essential worker jobs. Like, if you can't go back to your job, there are other jobs that you could possibly take. I personally am not going to go out of the house right now because in my area, they're all like going out, having fun, and the cases keep growing. We went from, I think we were like in the low, like 45 or something, and now we're at 222, something like that. And I'm just like, in a matter of, weeks, and I'm just not going to do it. And I see all these people, now they're throwing parties because they've opened up the state up again, and they're going out to eat. I'm like, I'm not going to do it. I see the cases are rising; they're not going down, so I'm going to stay in. So I'm not going to take one of those essential worker jobs, but I will try to find another job, because if you're doing the unemployment, you have to try to find another job anyways. Plus, if I had to choose, I would rather work. Like, I want to wait on millennial services, because they say that everything should be back to normal by August, and they should be able to bring me back. But if anything happens and they're not able to do that, I completely understand. Um, but in the meantime, I can survive, but I'm still looking for other work that maybe I can do until I'm able to get back with them. So, anyways, I was able to file for my unemployment. And so it was weird because she gave me the password. I was able to go log on and everything, and it tells it like the first when you log on, it'll tell you you're denied. You didn't qualify, but that is because you're trying to qualify for unemployment that a W-2 worker would get. We're not W-2 workers, so we would not qualify for that. So then there's the disaster. I can't think what it's called. I think it's DUA or something like that. But anyways, that is the unemployment that we're trying to file for. Now it is $600 weekly, plus you get the basic, or you can send in your W-2 or what, excuse me, your 1099 if you just want to, if they ask you to. But you go through all of that step, and they'll tell you, okay, this is what you're going to make each week. And they don't give you, after that, there's no information. So for the last 2 weeks, I was just sitting there like, I don't know if I'm going to get it or not. I don't know. I'm just going to pay these bills and keep trying to find some kind of job that's hiring, because with working from home, sorry, springtime in Texas, my sinuses are acting up. With working from home, there's a lot of people looking for these jobs. Like, before, you might could see a job and it'll be on there maybe a few weeks or whatever, but now, like, they're snatching them up so fast. And there's also a limit to these jobs as well, because just like with millennial services, they were, we work the back work, the backlogs and the back work and all that for them, but they need people out in the field, and if they can't get people out in the field, then what are we working? So I'm grateful I was able to get my unemployment. I heard nothing from them. So when you first apply, if you're 1099 and you're finally able to get through and call, you have to wait, the 2-week period. They'll give you all this information. They'll tell you how much you qualify for, and then on the day that you have to submit your unemployment and everything, they'll let you know, the amount, how much you're going to be getting, how you're going to be getting it. If you sign up for direct deposit, if you sign up for the card, or if you're just going to get a check, however you're going to do it, they'll let you know and everything, so that you are able to get your funds. And I know this is the thing. I'm probably making more with unemployment. I just got the first one, and it is more than what I was making with millennial services. And I know some people, not a lot, some people have said, well, I make more with unemployment, I'm cool. And even though that's true, I like to work. I like to work, so it's very hard to have nothing to do. Like, you could search for jobs, you could watch TV, you could listen to music, you can even talk on the phone, be on social media. Like, I'm sick of social media. You can do all of that, but if you're used to working, even if it's part-time or whatever, if you're used to having some type of, getting up some responsibility, get up, shower, get ready, talk to, team members, talk to customers, and then you go to nothing. It's very difficult to go to that. So even though I'm probably making more with unemployment, I would rather work. I would rather because unemployment only lasts so long. You know, I think the 600 extra that you get a week ends in July. So I'll be getting that May, June, July. But when August comes, if for some reason I'm not back with them, then we'll have to see where it goes from there. And so I don't know how I feel about this. I'm like, on one hand, it is nice to have this sort of break, but that's just a small part. Like, but I'd rather be working. To be quite honest, I'd rather be working, and I just rather, and I don't know. It's just because unemployment is going to end at some point. But your job, you want a job that's going to be there. If that makes sense, I don't know if I'm making sense, but my job is going to be there, but unemployment is going to end. So, plus it's supposed to come back with the flu and the COVID-19. So it's just a weird time, because then you wonder if that happens, then what's going to happen? What if you don't get to go back, and you can't find another job? Are you going to be out? And how will the unemployment drop? And with the stimulus check, I still haven't even gotten mine. So it's just a weird time to be in right now. But yeah, I just wanted to pretty much do this video just to say, if you are an independent contractor, self-employed, or whatever, there is a possibility that you could get these um, benefits. So go ahead and apply for them. Be sure that you're applying for that, and don't, because I wasn't going to apply. Honestly, that was my fear when this first started happening, and I could see the calls were slowing down and all that. I was like, oh my gosh, if I don't work, I don't have any money. But then, like, other independent contractors were like, no, you can apply for it. And then I started reading online, and this was crazy because that was like 2 weeks before all of this happened. And I started reading online that you could apply for it because it was considered a national disaster, the reason you lost your job. And so they put some funds aside for us. So that's why I went ahead and applied and did it. And I'm grateful to have it, because it was a scary part. But also I'd rather be working. So it's like I'm grateful, but I'd rather be working. But I'm grateful because I know so many people who are still trying to call. Or so many people, like I think in Florida, they're so backed up, it's ridiculous. So I don't know. That's just my experience with it. You guys tell me how everything has been going with you. If you have a company and they're hiring, please drop it in the comments so we can all know, and try to apply for that job with you. But anyways, guys, that's all I have for you. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. I hope you guys stay safe. Be smart when it comes to going outside and everything. And I will see you on the next video.